What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Suburban Adventures, and today we're doing some fishing. I'm here at one of my favorite spots. It is just a fantastic day. I've been here recently and haven't had much luck, but we're going to try it again. Let's get right into it. Let me just show you what I'm using here before we get the first cast. I got a jig head here. It is not heavy at all. I'd say it's, I don't remember what they are, but I'd say it's a 1/16. And then I'm just using some worms that I got, some Canadian night crawlers. So let me just, actually I'm using only about a half a worm, so let me just get that set and then we'll get our first cast. Normally we haven't had much rain here in, I don't know, the last week, so the river, I'll show you in just a minute, is down fairly low. I mean, I've seen it a lot lower, but so that's why I'm just sort of using a lighter jig head. So right out there, now I'm going to try to aim for, let me get this set here. There, you can see where the main current goes, and then I usually try to set up right there. I'm going to try to get some walleye. The walleye, there's a deeper hole there. It is earlier in the morning, but so yeah, it's not as high as it's been, so the current's not moving nearly as fast. So let's go ahead and get that out there. First cast of the day. I have been coming here since they opened this up. They closed this section down during walleye spawning season, which is March 15th to May 1st. So over the last, I don't know, month, I've come here and I have not had a ton of success. I actually have yet to catch a walleye here. I caught a walleye down there by the bridge, but so I'm just going to jig this worm and see what's out there. A little cooler this morning. Water temperature's still pretty cool. All right. So I can get it back out there. I just slowly jig it. Sure to get snags here. This is called rock bottom, and it's called that for a reason. Oh yeah, that's a fish. Yep, not a very big one. There he is, right down there. Oh wow, that's a long guy. Look at this guy. This is a smallmouth. Get you out of the sun there. See if we can get it. This is, he's not record setting, but he's pretty long. He's actually, he's not very, well, yeah, he is. He's not very thick, but he's long. Now I gotta let him go. I'm actually trying to target walleye here, but it's hard to. Let me let him go. There you go. All right. Well, that feels good because I have been here quite a bit recently and I have not had much luck fishing here. So even though it wasn't a record-setting guy, it was good to get a fish. Now, it is not bass season yet. That's June 15th. You can catch and release. You're only supposed to use artificial lures. I'm using a worm, but right out here where you can sort of see, so there's a lowhead dam, and then right sort of here, there's a deeper hole where walleye hang out. And so I just have that worm on a jig. I'm trying to target some walleye out here, but obviously you're going to stumble upon other fish. So just catch and release him. He was good to go. All right. Well, I got one fish. Let's get back out there. There we go. It's a little bit further out there. All right. I got something big on there. It's not a smallmouth because he's not, maybe it is, but I cast it out a little bit further this time. Oh, popped off. I might have. That was big. That felt like a walleye. It was either a walleye or a catfish. I'm guessing it was a catfish. So after I caught that smallmouth, I went out, cast it a little further. So there's like different, there's a deep hole there, then you can see the current. Then on the other side of the current there, cast out a little further. That's last summer I'd catch some catfish out there. So that's what I'm guessing was there. I had them on, I was slowly dragging them in. I just switched to a little bit heavier jig head, not necessarily for the weight, not a lot heavier, but I'm just trying to get it out there a little further, and that other one didn't have enough weight to get it out as far as I wanted to, so I'm going to try a little bit heavier jig head here, see if I get any luck. Okay guys, I've been fishing here for about an hour. I was just about ready to give up. I went over in the corner over by the waterfalls there, and I caught this guy. He's a nice guy. Lipped him, upper lip there. I was using like a Ned rig setup with a rubber worm there. But this is a nice fish. He's really nice. I'm gonna get him back in the water. Again, I was trying to get the walleye, but this is probably not super. Oh yeah, she's pretty thick. Not super heavy, but real long. So that was nice. I'm gonna get him back in the water. There he goes, he's off. He's off. So I was fishing out here. I had a couple of hookups, but didn't set the hook good enough, and then so I caught him right over there in that corner. I was just fishing from that rock right there, and yeah, they hang out over there. You can get some walleye. A lot of times you can see them jumping up against the dam. Walleye, smallmouth, pike. So that was a nice catch. Haven't caught something like that here in a while. I had actually stopped filming. And because every time I'd film, I'd connect. I had some big fish out there. I think they were catfish again, but it's so hard to tell here whether it's a snag or whether it's a bite. And so as a result of that, a lot of times I don't set the hook well enough because I think I'm just snagged, and so I try to just loosen the snag, and then I'm like, oh, that's a fish. But anyway, let me show you what I was using to catch that big smallmouth in that corner. So first of all, I'm using like it's like a pancake jig, flat top. It's used for like Ned rigs. Not very, again, very light. I think this is 1/16 ounce. And then I'm using my favorite soft plastic, which are these. I love Yamamoto baits, specifically the Green Pumpkin Magic. And basically what I do with them, these are the, I don't know how big what size these are. But basically what I do is I cut them in half. Now, with a Ned rig, generally you are supposed to use ones that will actually kind of float, but I usually just have success with this. So this is the Green Pumpkin Magic. I just rig it up on that pancake jig and then toss it out there. This is kind of what it ends up looking like. And it's pretty effective. So that, yeah, those Yamamoto, I know they're a little bit more expensive, but these things work great. So I'm going to cast a couple more times. I think I'm just about going to call it quits here. It's starting to fill up here, so people are starting to show up. This guy right out there in waders. I think he's looking for Dobsons, those Helgramites. Yeah, that's what he's looking for. So I'm going to try a couple more casts right over here, and then we'll sign off. If I catch anything, I'll show you. I did catch one more bass, about the same size as the other one that I caught, a little bit smaller, right in that same corner there. But when I tried to get my camera out to film, he popped out of my hand and swam away. So, but I think I'm going to wrap things up. I have not done too many fishing videos. Somebody asked me the other day when I'm going to start posting fishing videos again, and it's not for lack of trying. Springtime has not been super great here. Outside of the trout fishing, I have not had a ton of success, really. Haven't caught too many walleye. Haven't caught too many smallmouths at the same time and same place where I usually do. So, but I got out today. We're getting towards summer. Water's warming up a little bit. It was very cold and very rainy April and most of May here. So I would like to give a shout out to my 8th period class. If you don't know, I am a teacher. That's what my day job is. And by this time of year, students are starting to find out about my YouTube channel, and my 8th period, 9th graders wanted me to shout them out in a video. So here you go, guys. This shout out's for you. You can check out more videos up there. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. We do outdoor adventure content. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.